and go. Record and go. She told me to record and go. So yeah, just so everybody knows, in case it's the first time you're logging in, I'm Sheena Kantar.
And I am Bobbi Jo. We just laugh. And this is Conversations with Two Friends. We are colleagues. We met 3 years ago through Bob Proctor. We are certified thinking into result coaches, and we have just been best friends for the last 3 years, talking every day about everything pretty much under the sun. And the journey that we've been on being mindset coaches, never mind coaching, but just with ourselves and the growth. So we just thought, let's just have some conversations. And today we decided, because tomorrow Sheena's busy, we're going to tape this in 20 minutes, cut it off in half, and continue so you have something to watch tomorrow. Because we're going to talk about persistence and perception. Pretty big stuff. You want
Yeah.
to take it away, Sheena?
Which one should we? I'm going to pick on. I'm going to pick one. One came through to my head, then it said perception.
Do
Because
it.
perception, first of all, isn't it? Is just like, and funny enough, I've just cut off calls with my clients, and I'm just like, lesson 5 is all about perception and thinking into results. And my goodness, it does it change everything. So the way I see it is that, science has showed us that we're 0.001% human. That's all we see. This is like an icon on your front screen of your computer. Imagine that. The email's not behind the icon. So you're just the icon, you're the front screen. So the 99.999% of you is who you really are. But we think we know it all here, don't we? So
Mm-hmm.
just like me, I have studied my way into that zero, let's call it 1% and 99%, it's easier. So I've literally studied the way and tried to make my life happen with the 1%. Thank goodness the 99% has been looking after me, because I thought it was me in this 1%. So we make life very hard for ourselves. We need to know all the detail. We decide where we're going, and then we think, well, actually, that's too far. I need to go here. And then, we take little steps and we've planned everything out. Where's the magic in life? Like, where is the magic? And then we work so hard. And I know that it didn't say anywhere in the Bible that work your tiny little backside off. Like, can anybody find that phrase for me? Go and look. It said, ask, believe, receive. Do you believe it can be that easy?
Yes. I think it's our conditioning, though. It is. I said this the other day, this 0.1%, we do so much for it. We spend hours. But what do we do for the 99 spiritual side? Why don't you just drop into the body and just like relax, like feel it, allow it to go, and then tap into that spiritual side? I had a conversation with a woman. She wanted to get a little closer the other day. She asked me out to lunch and we met. And she said, I've been manifesting things since the 1970s. She was in college. She read a book. And she said, it said, come up with a number that's astronomical to you. And at that point in the 70s, and being a college student, she said 10,000. She said she wrote it and wrote it and wrote it. I think she said for a few days or a week straight and did it. And then finally she kind of, did the affirmations. And then she said, you know what? 6 months later, my bank, back in my hometown with my mom and dad or whatever, she said there was a check that the bank sent me for $10,600. And she goes, I called the bank, like, what is this? And they go, we don't know. It was an account in your name that was here that, you haven't used. You don't have to figure it out, people. And that's the point. You're holding on. What I write there? Yeah, we're holding ourselves back by what you think your reality is, or what you think, oh, $5. I can find $5. No, dream. Be a little bigger. When you see me do this, I did it yesterday and Sheena didn't know what I meant because she said something about something and I was like, perception, perception. So if you ever see me do that, like in the background, it means like this is a thing of perception. And I love what and just jumping right into that, and then I'll let you continue. Bob Proctor always said that. Write out your problem. Write it out, get it out of you, and then put it on the table and walk around it and see it from different perspectives. But I can't talk this way. See it from someone else's point of view. Because all you know is your point of view, because all you know is who you are, as I am Bobbi Jo, and my cultural paradigms, my family paradigms, my United States paradigms, right? The way I think and feel about something is not the way that Sheena growing up in Ireland.
And that's one of
You
the
know?
things actually that I realize is that I heard it described once. It's like, we're all like sitting around a big bowl, and we need everybody around that bowl to be able to see that perception. If one person isn't there, then the whole perception around the whole bowl isn't complete. And that's the thing, is that to realize is that yes, there's Irishness in me, and there's Americanism in Bobbi Jo, and it's just like, and both perceptions are correct given our viewpoint of the world. And that's one of the blessed reliefs, that that helped me in the lack in dropping judgments that I was right, it needs to be done this way. What's right for me is right for me. It may not be right for you. But as I said to one of my clients this morning, she said, I said, I respect your viewpoint. Absolutely. Like, you have that viewpoint, no problem. Let me ask you this question. Is it serving you? I
Ding,
mean,
ding, ding, ding. Where is he? We gotta have like a little drop the mic. I love that. Is it serving you? Because your truth is your truth. And I always said this growing up, like, we don't need psychics. You don't need things like that. We know our own truths, but we constantly are looking at the doctor to tell us what's wrong with us. Stop and just tune into you. Your body has an intelligence. You have an intelligence. You know things. And if you don't doubt that, I love to talk about Edison and his 10,000 patents. And yeah, maybe he stole some from people. Well, you snooze, you lose, people, whatever. But for the most part, yeah, people are, oh, he stole someone's thing. Well, they weren't working on that. Maybe that's why they told him. So he could develop it and be better for the, human consciousness. So he used to take a nap with a ball in his hand and sleep in a chair and have that little pan below his hand. So when he fell asleep, his hand would relax, the hand would open, the ball would fall, clap, and he'd wake up and he'd write down his thought. Sheena's really good at this. Sheena downloads a lot also.
I
So
love
there is
that. I
that.
might try that.
You knew that story.
I,
No?
I think I did, but I've completely forgotten it. So you brought it back into my awareness, because that's the moment, the REM sleep, isn't it? That you're just waking and up. And we have a whole story that goes on in about 1 second flat. And then as you wake up, you're neither here nor there, but you've got some thoughts. I mean, I at nighttime, I literally have my phone beside me. So I write it on my phone, and I just literally 7,000 notes are on there, because yes, as I'm waking up, there's always a message. I loved the one actually last night, Bobbi Jo, and it said, follow me and you will look like a leader in the world. So just what we're saying about perception, instead of following the world trying to be a leader, follow spirit.
Mm.
That is the whole of you anyway, that's actually guiding you. And then people will go, well, how did you know that? And you go, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going this way. And everybody loves somebody who knows where they're going. That's all a leader is somebody just going, well, I'm going this way. You can come with me or not come with me, but this is where I'm going, because, and this is why I'm going. And so that's always, to me, I thought a leader had to be, again, it's all perception, that you had to be qualified to the nth degree. Well, Bob didn't have a qualification, did he? Bob Proctor, you had to dress in a certain way. You had to be in a shirt, and a jacket, and look the part, etc., etc. But I proved that wrong whenever I was in the pharmaceutical company that I became number one in. I wasn't standing like a man at 6 foot. It took me 2 years to get the job, and I'm 5'1" and blonde, and they didn't think I could do it. And guess who became number one? Ha! That shows you a lot for their perception. But I took that on board myself a little bit as well. Well, a lot. So it affects how you behave, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you just have to really know. It's about the clarity. And that's something I know we definitely coach, is that paper to pen. Heaven's first law, the law of order is the number one law. And there's so much chaos up in here. So what is it? Get the clarity. What do you want? What is your perception? Why do you think what you think? You got to constantly go, why do I think that to be true?
Who told me?
Yeah,
Who
we talked
told me
about
that?
beliefs. We talked about that last week with beliefs, and that's just something you just kind of, you're not judging yourself and you're not beating yourself up for having the thought, but you're having the awareness of, why did I have that thought? Especially the judgment. Sheena and I talk about this a lot, that we really think we're not judgeful people, but we catch ourselves. Seeing a homeless person walking down the street, inside you might say, oh, get a job. You don't know anything about that person. Why is it that you're so against maybe homeless people, and then maybe your parents were against it? Maybe you don't know anything. I'm just saying, because you do see that. I have friends who actually stop and have a conversation and find out their story, and there's a lot to it.
That's a
So
brilliant one, their story. And that's one of the things that certainly with myself and Wolfgang, about emails that come in, and they may sound like it's not what we wanted to see, but what we learn to do is actually send an email back and says, help me understand
oh,
what you mean. And so for everything in perception, say there's something that you don't understand what's in front of you, if you actually ask that question, help me understand. Now, you may not get the answer like that, but maybe in the nighttime, maybe even a week later, you'll get an understanding rather than try and go and figure it out yourself. You know nothing. Just ask the universe, help me understand what's going on here. And you will get your answer.
And on a note of that, and asking the universe stuff. So I always heard, praying is worrying to God what you don't want. God, please take this cancer out of me. Please get my daughter healthy. Please get my. No. How about being in gratitude and thanking the universe the abundance you have? Because this is a big thing. You all want prosperity. You all want money. I'm so over the prosperity and abundance, motto, whatever. And that it's that you just say, oh, I have money, money, money. Oh, I have money, I have money. It's like you're so pushing it that way that you're showing the universe that you're really in the lack of it. Instead of being like, thank you very much. This is awesome.
Just
And grounded
gratitude
in
where
that.
you are. But I loved how Bob said it, and I remember Abraham Hicks saying it as well. It's just like being satisfied, loving where you are, but
Yes.
knowing there's more.
Yeah.
And even the word more, to be honest, at first I didn't like the word more, because I thought, well, if we're everything that is, how can we have more? But then I realized if I say more money, then I'm actually screaming, I've got money, because I
Yeah.
can't have more of what I don't have. But if I say I want money, well, then it's saying, well, I haven't got it.
Yeah.
So
Want is the lack, more is the abundance. I like that. I was just thinking about that. Want
yeah,
is
because
the
I say more friends, more sunshine, more energy. It's saying I've got it. Just I want to experience more of it. You can't have any more, but you're experiencing more of it, because that's all we're here for, is an experience.
yes. The human experience. You're a human being. Let's be. Let's be
Let's
happy.
be.
So
There
let's
you
end
go.
on this. Let's tie it up with perception here, and then we're going to take a pause, and we're going to end it so you can watch this today, and then I'm going to get some coffee. We're going to come back, and then we're going to talk about persistence so that you can watch that on Wednesday. Like how
Yeah.
we're doing this, folks? All right. So perception. Change your goggles. Write something out. Start thinking about it. Start having the awareness of your beliefs about your perception of things and what's going on. And you're not wrong for it, just get the clarity so that you can create more in your life, because there's so much more. You got to believe in miracles, right? Isn't that what Bob used to say? Expect miracles.
Expect miracles. There you go. That's a change of perception today for you. Expect miracles. See you next time.
See you soon.